going on, everybody? It's Virtual Handhelds 24. So that case that I ordered from Amazon, it turns out it was the A&EO case. Didn't specify that it was the A&EO case. It just specified it was a silicone case. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I got another A&EO case. However, if you have a Pocket S, then you know what I'm talking about. And as you can see, I already put the ring on it. But yeah, this case is a million times better than the leather case. Man, that was such a mistake, but I didn't know. I just figured, you know, the blue looked cool with white, and I didn't want to get a white case, but they didn't have the black one in stock, so I was like, alright. And I didn't know this was going to be A&EO, but the matte plastic feels like it just feels great. Like, it's hard to compare to any of these. Yeah, I had to so I put the ring on there. I was out of rings, so I took it off of this one. So I ordered more because I don't trust this really much. But and look at this, I put that in there too. I took out the metal slate. I was like, maybe this will help because it's like nah, it didn't help. But that thing is this feels great now. 100% perfect. Let me clean the screen too. Try getting screen protectors for this thing, and the official size for it, can't find it. Gotta order from A&EO. So I mean, the case is awesome. It blends in really well. If you have a Pocket S, then you already know, like I said, many people have like the black or the white one. I don't know if it comes in any other colors, but it feels fantastic. And this is much easier to take off because it's very thin compared to the leather one. So I'm okay with it. I'm not going to destroy it. You know, I'm not going to butcher it. And it's much thinner, and it's close to the thing. So now we can do it. We'll do it this way too. So again, like the CPU's somewhere like around here, I want to say, and then the fan is up here. So we're just gonna put that on top of here, and I put it there specifically because the CPU's right there, the fan's right there, and it's more towards the middle than it is to the side because, again, you want to be able to grip the machine. Let's see here. Before we get to that, let's go to, because I did whatchamacallit, I did a 3D wildlife test, but I don't know where I put it. There you go. Oh. There. Gather's fine. So with this fan on, and I'll go over the GPU, I was able to get this best loop score, and it was, as you can see, it was earlier today. So again, I had to lower the GPU on this device to get a more stable performance. So I made this now an Odin 2, and if you don't understand what that means, basically, by lowering the GPU and having all the cores, you know, maxed out, I was able to achieve a 99.7% stability, meaning theoretically with this fan and that fan and lowering the GPU, we could play games at a stable high frame rate, just like the Odin 2 can, without it going up real quick for 5 minutes and then dipping down a bunch. And pretty much a little less overheating. It's not going to be perfect because, again, you know, even with this, it is what it is, but still not bad. So I think I went over this last time, but just real quick, these are all maxed out. But again, the GPU limit, and I did several tests higher than this in the 800s, and they all came back not good. Like, it came back high scores, but stability was in the 80s. I think I got one in the 90s, but nothing like 99 until I lowered it back to 746. If you guys are curious, the Gen 2 chip is clocked at, I think without overclocking it, it's at 680 for the GPU. So we're here. So yeah, it was pretty cool. So we're going to do some testing, and I'm going to hit the lights, I'll pause it, and then we'll do some, basically just, now that we have a good setup, we'll see if this little fan can pretty much slow down the temperature raising. Because honestly, this is a smaller device. It's big rectangle, but like having something like this, like you can see the size difference. You don't want to have this. Plus, this is cheaper, and it matches. So let's see. All right, now that we got the fan going, definitely lower this. I mean, all I do is test Breath of the Wild out, to be quite honest, because it just heats it up faster. But we could try other things. Like, I didn't try this game. Do I have an update for it? No. We can see if it works. And right away, we can see our temps. I mean, I forgot, like, the beginning of this game is, like, it's kind of like a Doom game, an old school Doom game. That's probably way too loud. Yeah, whatever. And since we have a fan going, I'm gonna keep the fan just on high unless we get to like 110. Then I'll put it on full because of the noise. But this is it. Like, this case, I'm sold. I'm okay waiting for the S2 now.
Check, check, hello. Do you read me? Buck Thunder. Buck off. It's me, Phil, your divorce attorney. Welcome to Buck Thunder 2 Xeno Slaughter. Another Buck Thunder game. Your ex-wife is back and more evil than ever. She's sending a bunch of her new blood-sucking boyfriends out. So go shoot them. Just kill them all, Buck. That's the game. Buck, it's me, Phil, your divorce lawyer again. You remember how to move and jump and everything, right? There's shit on the screen that tells you how to do all that stuff. I mean, come on, Buck. This is the second game. You know how to do all this shit.
Well, where does he go? He talks about a double jump.
All right, Buck.
There's no double jump.
Double jump to get up. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Buck. I forgot there's no double jump. Just crouch. We gotta try crouching, Buck. Fucking scheduling and scoping bullshit. A fucking crouch prioritized over a double jump. Who is this? Who are these people above us? All right, that's a good crouch, Buck. That's a good crouch. Good boy. Good boy. All right. Fucking scoping and scheduling bullshit. Fucking double jump. Not more important than a crouch. Stay sharp, Buck. Bunch of your ex-wife's new alien boyfriends. There they are. Coming right at you. Just shoot them, Buck.
Alien expert.
Shoot, Buck. That's what I'm talking about, Buck. Kill those fuckers. You're the man. I love you, Buck. It's so fucking cool. Oh, I'm so excited and lit up to be your divorce attorney. You have no idea. You're my favorite client. All right, Buck. Just open. Oh my God, Buck. You open the door. You're fucking my favorite client. By the way, your divorce attorney. Don't forget, I'm Phil, your divorce attorney. Let's go. Let's get moving. Let's defeat your ex-wife.
Okay, clearly. Oh, and the buns are still very accessible, which I like too. Alright, that's enough of that. I mean, we could try this game to see if there's any improvements. Or if there's still graphical issues. Which, clearly there are. Hey! Yeah, it's blowing cold air. Dang ship gets so hot, doesn't matter what you throw at it. Ice, a fan, a jet engine fan with a ice fan. We'll see. I'm not gonna wait around. And I'm not gonna do that either. I am curious with Bioshock, man. That's such a long intro. Let's see. Alright. Don't think there's any update for this game now. Let's see if Bioshock has improved. It's been a while since I tested the Switch version. I had this game working on just about every device, but via not Switch emulation. What is all this? Interesting. Never seen that before. Thank you. Can I load a game? Nope. I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna straight up pause it until we're in the water and we'll see how crappy it is. One moment. Okay. There is a huge improvement, and this is Eden's doing with, I think, that dynamic stuff and the lighting. Holy crap. Look at that. I have given up on this game. On Switch, I was like, there's no point. But this would be like struggling at 11 frames a second. It's not perfect, but man, 30 frames and higher? Holy crap. I think we need to start revisiting some games. Eden's coming through. Like, don't get me wrong, like, these, like, even that's, you can see that the graphical issues are horrific. But this game was not playable on the Odin Portal. Maybe, when did I test this out? Probably like the beginning of the year, or right before 2025. And now look at it, dude, 50 frames, 40 frames. But yeah, look at this. Might be a driver issue with this. Oh, so much graphical issues. There might be a setting too to fix that. Ugh. There we go. Gotta get in focus. There you go. It's so cool, cause just stay like this. But the problem is there's no airflow underneath the damn machine. Right, 98. Woohoo! Oh, it's struggling.
I am Andrew Ryan, and
I'm
I'm
gonna
here to
pause it.
ask you a question.
And then if it doesn't
Is
crash
a
and
man
we
not
get to
entitled
like the
to the
beginning,
sweat
we'll see
of
how it
his
plays.
brow?
But that first part,
No, says the man
pretty
whose
dang
portion
impressive
belongs
coming
to
from Eden. This game was
no, says the
horrific to
man
get
whose
running correctly
imagination
on
belongs
Switch.
to God.
It's much easier to emulate
No,
through
says the man in
WinLater.
Moscow,
I haven't tried it
for
in GameHub, but I would
whomsoever.
imagine it'd be the same.
I
Maybe I'll
reject
do that
those
sometime later this
ideas.
week and do it
Instead,
with like
I
RP5 or
chose
RP
something
Flip. I haven't given those guys
different.
attention in a while.
I chose the
Alright, I'll pause it.
impossible.
Okay, so we're here now. Still glitching out crazy. I'll have to look more into maybe Eden's Veil to if there's a way to fix this. Or it might be a different driver. I think I'm just using 25.3 revision. Was it 3, 2? I don't know. The most latest one. Okay, let's grab the radio.
I don't know how you survived that plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence. I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive. Now keep on moving, or I'll have
104.
to get you to higher ground. Take a deep breath and step out of the bathysphere. I won't leave you twisting in the wind.
Ooh, 17, 15 frames a second.
We're gonna need
Ooh.
to draw out of hiding, but you're gonna have to trust me.
Ooh, it's climbing 30, 40.
Just a bit further.
Oh, it crashed. Okay, well, I will say this huge improvement with Bioshock. There's the driver. Um, Probably have to tweak settings, but that's pretty good. We could just see if Doom works on here. I mean, it always works here. It's just when we get to a loading screen. So yeah, once we get to at like 107, I'll say, not even 110, we'll do 107, we'll turn on the fan. Double fan action. If we get to the load. Oh. Oh. Nope. Maybe if we wait. I have to spend more time with this one. Probably needs something tweaked. Maybe the RAM, like they change it from aggressive to conservative. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh. Wait. No. Not working. This game works, I think. Her temps are dropping just from that game not loading. But not by much. Oh. I mean, I never got past the damn witch. in the very beginning. I think it's gonna keep. Oh man, what? Okay, cool. No, yeah. Oh, alright, 105. Yeah, so you'd be like in the high 30s, low 40s in this game. I'm not gonna embarrass myself with the boss that's coming up there. Um, Now, Mortal Kombat works, but here's the deal: you need to do the update, and it's like 60 gigs, and I have it somewhere, but I just have the DLC on here, so it's not gonna run smoothly. However, this is where we can try to make it work. Um, we could try two, and then I think you could just pause it if you need to. We could do this. Change this to GPU. And we got medium quality. Got aggressive still. So I got the ticks. I got the ticks. Alright, and then if you guys are interested, nothing else really. So we'll do our global allocate. What was it? X, or is this X? CPU. We'll do this douche. We'll do jacks. If you want to play this game like a clean 60, like this scene right here, that huge update does help. That was my bad, I didn't press A. But now it's not my bad. This is how long it takes. And it's gonna slow down, and then oh boy. Yeah, you definitely need the freaking, like 30 frames is not cool. Nope. I have it on here in case I want to upload the update, but then I'll have to like I don't know, I'll have to remove stuff. Sonic colors, let's try that. Our temps are steady at 105 so far. Not bad. But it's getting closer to 106.
Hello, son. Can you read me?
This is all backwards again. Well, maybe it won't be because I kind of know where the buttons are. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, Sonic Colors crashed. How terrible. How freaking terrible. We already know Red Dead works fantastic with the Eden emulator. And we'll do this and then we'll go. I want to show a comparison and then I'll end the video. Because it's just gonna be. This is just revisited Switch games. Of Breath of the Wild on here versus on the Odin Max. I put another SD card in it with all my Switch games and updates. And look at that. So with this fan, you really don't need to have the fan on high mode for Switch emulation at least. And man, like I said, I really dig this setup now. Doo-doo-doo. That was not necessary. Yeah, but this game plays pretty well. Go this way. I hate this part, so we'll just skip it. I'm not gonna die a bunch of times. Alright. That game works well. Should we do anything else? I mean, nah, not Mario Eyes. This has been played. I did that one. Maybe I'm pretty sure I showed off all these games. I wonder if this one works now. Hopefully. I mean, if it loads, I'm wondering if this new driver will fix the graphical issues if it loads. Saw the RAM move. Nope, the RAM's going down. Yeah, no. I got this game working on, I forgot what version or emulator, but it was all like all shadows. So I was hoping for a new driver to fix it, but you know, with that came new emulators, and this one does not work with it. Okay. We'll give this a second. We'll just let it chill over here. And then we'll do this real quick. I was messing with Winlater CMod. It sucks because when I go from this saturation's increased to the max on this too. If I go from this to that, it's very depressing. But here, let's go over this. So I put that on. This, it works kind of, but you'll get more frames per second if you just do speed limit. So that's what we're gonna do. And it's gonna be the good old same area. Man, nothing like beats the comfort of this device. Like it's not so much for like this stick, but like right here. And hold on, because I was using that, I gotta put that on. I gotta do this. Okay. Alright, speed limit should be at 400%. And it's cool because, you know, right there, 740, and here it's 750 for the Adreno. Whopping 10 higher. Alright. So as you can see, we're moving pretty fast, you know. Do this, we'll go even faster. And since like it's so saturated, it looks so wonderful, we'll just put this up there too. There you go. Alright. Let's go get these guys. Just have them chase me. Like, look how Orange Link looks like he's been going tanning and shit. I gotta turn it down. God, I'm about to die. Okay. Alright, so we got like highs 42. It's gonna do that. It's gonna jump because we're dead. Alright. And then we'll go here. And we'll go here. And I took it off here. Go here just to make sure that it's on. Yeah. Yeah. Then we're gonna start it up. And you can see 750. I should have put the background on the Odin. I had Eden on there, but it was like an older version, so I had to, you know, start from scratch. So remember, this is tweaked to be like the Odin right now. and it's like it's just on par with the Odin. It's like almost the same, maybe a frame higher. But you see how like he's almost got me. But you see how like the frames are consistent. So if I could get away and pause it. All right. So we're just a few steps away from being in max mode. So we'll put it in max mode considering the Odin was in max mode, and we'll see if doing this with a cooling fan on top of that. So 746, right? These 7 CPUs already maxed out. We'll go to this one. I'll go back here and see if anything changes. Alright, so now we've gained like 3 frames. But we jumped to 100 already. Like the first time in a while since we got there. We'll go get their attention. What's up? What's up? What's up, buddy? So let me get away from this guy. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Alright. Then we'll go here and put up the stats. So now we can see. You know what? We're going to turn the brightness up too. Alright. So it's about the same, even in max mode, 37, 40. See how we were like in the high 40s, 50s, but you see how the frame rates they're jumping all over the place, but it's not really consistent. 38, 41. There's not much of a difference in max mode. You just get that fan. And this is Breath of the Wild, so it's a semi-challenging game, but at the same time, like the Odin 2 is just like just on par. And see, now we're in the 30s. Zoom! And now he's gonna get me. He gonna get me. And then we'll pause it. Go here. Turn it back down to low. Go to here. Go to here. Gotta move that. Go here. Let's do one more. We'll go back to that one. I'll put this back here. And see, look at that, jump to 51, 43. It's more consistent to be like a steadier frame pace in the 40s at least. And this is like this is not top down like this. Now it'll jump, see? But if we go like right here, see, it'll stay in the 40s. So again, what I've learned from this device, and I do love it a lot, is that, and I mean like, I don't think the cooling fan is doing much to help with this right now, because it's just keeping it from overheating past 110 basically, which is good enough for me. But it's just turning the GPU down is probably your best bet, especially with the Pocket S, because of the cooling situation. I got a fan, and it's still, over 100 degrees, which is not bad. And it's steady there. So I could theoretically play this game for a while and not really worry, as long as I have a plug for the fan, or if I use a USB-C to USB-C and plug it in and just drain the battery that way. You know what I mean? With max mode, you'll get higher frame rates, and you saw it because we've been playing, I guess, for a while, for the first 2 minutes, and then it'll drop back down to this anyways. So there's no point to go to that. You're just gonna overheat it faster. But yeah, I think this is a sweet spot for Pocket S. The Evo is a different story, and maybe I'll do more Switch games on there and see how it goes, because you know, we could push it a little more because of the design. But for now, this is my conclusion on this device. So I'm gonna take a break from it and start focusing again back on Winlator as well as GameHub. I'll try to put PC games on here. It's just I'll have to play them off an SD card, which might make them run slightly slower than just putting in like a Steam game that with the Goldberg on your downloads. You know, the best way to play it is if you like, I don't know if a lot of people use GOG, but GOG, you can install the game through Winlator and then it'll be in your C drive, and then that's the fastest way you can play. Like if you want to play Tomb Raider on the Pocket 5, like someone's telling me like they're getting 20 frames, you gotta install it into the C drive. If you just drag the game over to this device and then put it in, well, not this device, but the Pocket 5, and just put it's in your downloads folder and you make a shortcut, or use GameHub, do the same thing, it's gonna play like slightly slower. And then on top of that, if you play even with a good SD card, it's gonna be like maybe a second or two slower than it would be from your downloads folder. So I don't have many options with this because it's only 128 gigs. But the screen is beautiful, the device is sleek, super premium. I love the case. This case was a good investment. I'm glad I got it. I didn't know it was A&O. I thought it was just a knockoff, but you know, I'm glad that they made this version too. And I'm sure if you have an Pocket S, you know about this case. It's fantastic. But that's going to be it for today. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.